Hello, my name is Bob McBride, and I'm the very proud superintendent of Lockport Township High School District 205, and this is my board meeting brief for our Board of Education meeting on Monday, January 27th, 2020. Thank you for tuning in and joining me in my office as I share with you just a little bit about the agenda that we had on January 27th and the work that our Board of Education is doing on your behalf. Our Board of Education meeting on January 27th opened up in a very formal way because we had to hold two hearings. The Illinois State Board of Education requires us to hold hearings on certain matters of public importance so that any member of the community who would like to come and speak to the board about its decision-making can do so. The very first issue that we had in front of us was our driver's education fee. Our fee is $250, which when I look around at other districts, I look at the high cost of private driver's education, is really very low. But the State Board of Education requires a hearing if we're going to charge a fee over $50. Our board held that hearing and ultimately did approve a $250 fee for any student who would like to take driver's education through Lockport Township High School. Our second hearing regarded Veterans Day on Wednesday, November 11th, 2020. If a school plans to be in session on Veterans Day, we must hold a hearing so any members of the public can address that decision. Next year, we are recommending in our school calendar that we be in session on Veterans Day. You know, as superintendent, as I talk to more and more veterans and veterans groups, they are more and more supportive of the idea that we're in school, we're holding an observance, we're holding an assembly, we're providing education to our students about the sacrifice of our veterans, about the veterans in our community, about who our veterans are and what they've done for our country in terms of preserving our freedoms. We plan on doing that on Wednesday, November 11th, 2020, and we feel that the best way to do that is to have our students right in session with us so we can provide that experience for them. We did ultimately, through that hearing process, approve school attendance on November 11th, 2020. And speaking of the school calendar, that was a major component of our board meeting on January 27th. We did approve a school calendar for 2020-2021, and it is available on the Lockport Township High School District website if you'd like to take a more careful look. But let me highlight a few of the key points with it. School starts on Monday, August 17th, 2020, and that is 3 days later than it started last year. We want to just give our families a little bit more summertime. As I mentioned, we will not be taking Veterans Day off. Our students will be in session with us on November 11th, 2020. We will not have an attendance day on Wednesday, November 25th, 2020, so that our families could begin their Thanksgiving vacation and celebrations just a little bit early. That's the day before Thanksgiving. Something I would really like to highlight is final exams. Families, students, staff, our board all see the importance of holding final exams before winter break so that everyone can leave without the responsibilities of studying for final exams over winter break. To do so, we will hold exams on Friday, December 18th, Monday, December 21st, and Tuesday, December 22nd. Winter break will begin when those exams end on Tuesday, December 22nd. So our students for winter break will be off from school from Wednesday, December 23rd, all the way until Monday, January 11th, when they return for the first day of the second semester. Let me highlight a few important second semester dates for you. We have continued to keep our spring break aligned to those of our 7 feeder districts. Spring break will start on Friday, March 26, 2021, with an early dismissal. We'll exit at about 1:30 so that our families and our students can begin their spring break for that week-long rest period. A couple important dates at the end of the semester. Thursday, May 27th, 2021 will be our final day of school, ending with final exams. We need to take about a week because we have to insert 5 emergency days before graduation. Also, we always try to avoid Memorial Day as a time out of respect for family plans and family vacations and goings-on and gatherings on Memorial Day, so we do not have graduation on Memorial Day weekend. As such, graduation for the class of 2021 will take place on Saturday, June 5th, 2021. Again, You can look at the complete school calendar for 2020-2021 on our website. A second important conversation was we finalized our discussion about the A Fields, this wonderful space in the center of Lockport that hosts so much of our physical education and softball and baseball competition. We have one piece of land that we have yet to finish up developing, and we made our final decision on that. We are going to construct a modest-sized pro-turf, artificial turf field so that we can use that with physical education during the day, athletic teams after school, also have a surface that our community can use when it would like. We're also going to add 2 hardscaped pickleball courts, which will help, again, physical education, but also be an amenity for the community. And finally, 2 other things that we're going to add to the A Fields. A walking path around that pro turf field and the pickleball courts. And then underneath a very beautiful oak, we're going to add park benches and then public Wi-Fi. So that community members during contests and athletic events and just using the A Fields will have access to that Wi-Fi. We hope that in our renovation over the past 2 years of the A Fields, that what we've done is we've provided an outstanding outdoor classroom for physical education, that we've provided excellent athletic facilities for our athletic teams, and we've created a beautiful park in the center of Lockport that our community members can use. Finally, the last portion of our board meeting was really taken up with policy. Since October, our Board of Education has reviewed almost 50 policies from the Illinois State Board of Education, and we are working our way through those, adopting those, revising those, reading those, understanding those. We approved one set of policies, and we took a look at a second set of policies. And most important in that second set of policies is something I'd like to highlight in terms of medical dispensation for students. The Illinois State Board of Education now allows us as a school to have a prescription for EpiPen, asthma inhaler, and glucagon. So as such, we are able to keep those life-saving drugs on hand should a student ever have an allergic reaction and need EpiPen, a diabetic shock and need glucagon, and in the case that a student has an asthma attack and needs an asthma inhaler. The final piece that we did have to add is with the change on January 1st, 2020, allowing recreational marijuana, we did have to add a section to our policy in the case that we ever have a student who does have medical marijuana as a prescription from a licensed physician. So we added that piece. Finally, I just would like to reflect on something that I shared with our Board of Education. Every month, we provide our Board of Education a discipline report. We went through that discipline report and all the type of infractions, and I'll be honest with you, most of the infractions we see are tardy to class, failure to wear ID. But I really asked our board members to look where you see the zeros. And I think it's important for all of us to know when you look at the more serious things you can see in school: drug possession, drug sale, assault of any kind, weapons of any kind. 0, 0, 0. You know what that tells me? That tells me that we're keeping a safe climate. It tells me that our students are coming every day doing what they're supposed to be doing. And to be honest with you, it makes me very, very proud of what our teachers, our administrators, and our students are accomplishing every day in terms of being a community. Thank you so much for tuning in to this board meeting brief. I appreciate it, and I always appreciate your support of Lockport Township High School District 205. Thank you.